Hey guys, welcome back to gardening season. It is March 10th, I think. I am behind. It's rained non-stop. Every time I've tried to get in the garden we had rain. Today is one of the very few days we have had no rain, but it is extremely cold, at least to me. It's barely 48 degrees. To me it's cold. I need to prep the garden. The forsythia are about to bud and bloom, and that's usually when everything starts perking up. So I got a lot to do. Let's get started. All right, let's start with the front. I have hydrangeas to cut down. You see that the narcissus and daffodils are coming up. This is gonna get cleaned out. I have some weed to pick up. This is gonna get cleaned out. Weeds. This, I didn't have enough mulch. I gotta remulch it. But I also bought barriers, landscape barriers that I'm gonna put along the driveway and clean that up. Look at all these weeds. This is all gotta get cleaned out, all of this. And then I gotta redo the, clean out the edges. So yeah, let's get started. Hydrangeas first. Alright, that's it for me. It's too cold, it's too windy, and it's raining. What am I doing out there? Like, do you see anybody else? Is there anybody else in the yard? No. Okay, so I'm gonna go inside. I'm gonna start my seeds. I did the best I could. I cleaned those two and the one over there, but that's it. I'm done. I can't. It's just too cold. Yeah, it's bad. Look at the trees. We had sunshine this morning. This morning was fine, and then we're getting a storm again. So I'm sorry, it's disappointing. I know that I've had a lot of requests to reboot the gardening videos, but clearly today is not the day. It's just not the day. Oh yeah, did you see that? Next to the bags, it's about 100 bamboos that I picked up off the street last summer when people were cleaning up the yard, and I'm gonna have all those bamboos for my garden. Anyway, I'm looking at the forsythia from the neighbor, and you see it's not in bloom yet, so I still have some time, but I just can't work under those conditions. I'm sorry, I just can't do it. I'm gonna get sick, and it's raining again. Yeah. All right, let's start. Oh boy. I'm a nut. Let's start the seeds. I'm having a hot tea because I really do need it. And no, I did my hair this morning, but with the wind, look at that. All right, anyway. So I'm going to start my seeds. And I'm going to start with the cold crops, right? Right now is the time for cabbage, broccoli, chards, cauliflower, pretty much all the leafy greens, radishes, carrots not yet. I'm in 6B, by the way. It's on 6B. But I'm also gonna start, well, now I'll do it next week, or maybe I will today, I don't know. I can also start the peppers and the tomatoes for early season tomatoes. I might wait a little bit. But I'm doing flowers too this year. I got zinnia and nasturtium. That's going to be for the front. And what else am I going to do for flowers? I'm going to bring in a lot of lavenders, a lot of purple, orange, pinks, and whites. I don't know how I'm going to manage the, how many do I have? I have 5 cone flowers. They are in the front. I planted them last year in the end of summer, early fall, right around my birthday in September, because that's usually when you plant that stuff. And they're supposed to be deer resistant. Okay, they chomp at them. Same thing with the Rose of Shannon. They chomped at the Rose of Shannon. So I don't know what I'm going to do with this front yard, short of fencing it. And I think that's what my mom's going to tell me to do. I'm not going to do it this year, but I think that in the fall there's a high possibility that you're going to see me fence the front yard, but not like I did it, you know, like DIY in the back. It's going to be actual picket fences. Or maybe I'll hire a guy to do it. Who knows? Depends on how much it costs. But I got to do this because I can't have a yard in the front. The deer, there was a family of deer on the top lawn. 1 block over, there was over 12 of them, almost 15 deer, all at once. And they do the whole neighborhood. So in 1-2 hour time period, they will level your front yard. They'll level it. And I tried repellent and the pellets and the scents and the sprays. I even had the ultrasound one. That did nothing. Okay, that did nothing. Between them and the rabbits, this actually I was doing the leaves on the lawn. There was droppings, deer droppings all over the lawn. All right. Anyway, I'm gonna start my seeds. Can you see him? Yeah. Yeah, I think you can see him. We're gonna have to do something about the rabbits. So I'm gonna put this on the screen so you can see it too. But zone 6, technically I'm in 6B, but we're gonna do zone 6. I can start any Asian grains, broccoli and cauliflower in March, Brussels sprouts, cabbage, cucumbers, eggplants, kale, leeks, lettuce, onions, peppers, Swiss chard, and some tomatoes in March. So let's get started. And here's my vault. So this year I got these Nigella. Okay, I'm gonna start them now. Okay, I got Chinese cabbage. I'm gonna start this. Nasturtium. I'm gonna start those. Zinnias. I got royal purple and lavender queen. This is all for the front yard, by the way. We're gonna start those. This is a different type of parsley. This is a parsley that's a root. We're gonna do that and endives. All right, I'm trying celeriac again. I don't know how many times I have to start, but it's been 3 years now, 5 different methods, never was able to grow a single celeriac, which is my favorite vegetable. I'm a little upset about that. All right, we're gonna start that. Lettuce, endives. This, I already got one. Okay, turnip, I'm gonna start some. Rutabaga, I'm gonna start that. Red cabbage, broccoli, I'm gonna try bok choy again. I'm gonna try edamame again, even though the rabbit took them all last year. Kale and Swiss chards. So I have potting mix. I'm going to sift through it a little bit because I don't want chunks that are going to stop roots from growing. So anytime I see something too big, I'm going to remove it. Okay, and to this I'm going to add some vermiculite. Not too much. So every year my biggest issue with seeds is light. So I have trays and I have a heating mat and I have lights that I can, you know, move one way or another. And I always find that the lights are not enough, they're too leggy. So what I purchased this year is similar trays, like these. But the only difference is that they come with their own lights. I bought them on Thyme, okay? If you don't want to buy through Thyme, you can find the same ones on Amazon. And by the way, they're the same manufacturer. They come from the same company, but you'll pay more money. Just saying. Okay, so it comes with a set of lights. like this. And we're gonna try that this year, all right? It's a pack of 2, and I bought 2 packs. So technically I have 4 trays, okay? So let's start. We're gonna put the soil in the trays. They come in separate, so you have the bottom part, which is actually very sturdy plastic, and then this one that has a hole at the bottom, and you can somewhat squeeze it to get the stuff up, but the easiest way to do it is to pull or push through the bottom. So let's get the soil in the trays, and then we're gonna start. So there's some people who say that you have to sterilize your soil before you put your seeds in. I gotta be honest, I never did. I've been able to grow vegetables, no issue. So I don't know, I'm not running a farm. This is just a hobby, something I enjoy doing. I don't feel like I need to go through all of that. But again, if I see something big, I'll remove it. And then I gotta compact it. Let's start with Swiss chard. That tool came with the trays, by the way. I don't know if you watched my video series from last year with the vegetable gardening, but my chards were amazing. Here's something that I tried last year and was not successful. I planted them too early, they never grew, and then when I planted them again, it was too late. They came out a little bit and then not much. So these are bok choy, the mini Chinese cabbage. I don't know if I can grow them in my area, so I don't want to do too much. We're just going to do 10 and see what happens. So I don't really need the light right now, but I'm sure you want to see. And then this comes with a timer as well. Dimming, timing. So the timer is 12 hours on, 12 hours off. But let's see what it looks like. Okay. Right, and then red 3 hour, blue 6 hour, red and blue 12 hours. Okay. Okay. So red and blue is the button right here. If it says, if it's red and blue, that's 12 hours. So this is going to be on for 12 hours. It looks like it covers it pretty well. I think it could be a little bit lower. We'll see. This is what I'm trying this year. Okay. Let me turn them off. I got one done. Let's do the other one. Red cabbage. Chinese cabbage. I'm gonna do broccoli. We're gonna do peas. It's still cold enough for peas. That's perfect. I've never done peas. Plus they're pretty to look at. They make beautiful flowers. Problem with peas is that I believe you need a lot. Okay, celeriac. Year 3, okay, of me trying to grow celeriac. Not a single one. Native to the Mediterranean and possibly parts of Asia and Africa, celeriac was largely unknown until the 1500s. The 2 to 4 inch round roots have creamy white flesh which tastes exactly like celery. The roots are all an excellent flavoring agent for soups and stews and can be made into a casserole au gratin style. Giant Prague was introduced in 1871. Is that a giant Prague? Yes. Considered the best of the heirloom varieties. Started indoors 10 to 12 weeks before the last frost date, about 6 weeks. Press the seed into the soil surface, do not cover. Soil should be deeply spaded before transplanting, tested for PHI. Add lime to sweeten the soil. Rows should be 12 apart, water generously when transplanting. On the surface. Okay, let's try again. They are ridiculously small, but we're gonna try again because this is my favorite vegetable. That and turnip. And I do pretty well with turnips in this yard. Oh, that's Mom. Hold on. We're discussing seeds. Okay. They're hard to find in my area at the supermarket. You can find them under the name celery root. They're butt ugly, but they are delicious. And I love them sauteed, I like them stewed, I like them steamed, I like them in julienne, but my favorite way is to eat them raw, shredded, kind of like a coleslaw, with the a cream vinaigrette. Let's try again. Look at how small they are. Come on. These are celeriac seeds. Ridiculously small, right? Okay, so I did 10. We'll see what happens. I don't know if I mentioned. I know I do in every video, but I'll mention it again. When I do my seeds, I mentioned it. Whenever you get seeds, you want to get non-GMO, open pollinated. Non-GMO, you all know what that means. Open pollinated means that you can harvest your own seeds and plant for next year with your seeds. Like, you can keep your seeds. The majority of the seeds you get up there from various brands are not open pollinated. So let's say you grow a tomato from whatever brand. If you try to keep the seeds the following year, you may get a few tomatoes, but you'll never get the harvest you had initially. And then after that generation, forget it. So you want to get open pollinated. And of course non-GMO. So last year I planted edamame directly into the soil, and they worked great until the rabbit got them. But what I wanted to do was stagger them. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 now. And when I plant them, when I replant them, I'll add 5 more directly into the soil. So that way I have about 4 weeks difference, and I can have the ongoing harvest of edamame if I'm able to get rid of the rabbit. I'll have to be creative. I may need to put the edamame under a bell, you know, something like that. So I have 1 tray left. I'm not going to use it now. It's going to be for my tomatoes. So what I'm going to do here is spray them. I'm going to clean up everything, and I'm going to go get the mat. And they're going to be on the mat for just 48 hours. After that, I take off the mat, and then it's just the light for 12 hours a day. Okay, so I'll be right back. Let me go get my spray bottle. I'm going to spray these babies with a little bit of warm water just to help them out, and then I'll clean up. Alright, so we are here in Edward's room. Here's his dresser and window. He gets plenty of sunshine, but not enough for seeds. And moreover, they need to have the light really close to their leaves. So for now, they are on heating mats, and I don't need the light because the seeds haven't germinated yet. So I'm going to turn off all my lights. Hold on. There we go. All right. So they're going to stay for probably 2 days with the heating mat to help them germinate. And you see that it's already creating condensation, which is good. And because you want the environment to be humid. And then once they've, for the majority of them, have poked out, then after 2 days or 3 days, what I'll do is that I'll turn off the mats, and we'll just go with the grow light, which emit a little bit of heat, but not too much. Probably not enough. So I have, let me see. I don't know if we can, I don't know if I want to open it. I have, I can't read. Alright, so I have peas, I have broccoli, I have celeriac, and I have purple cabbage and regular cabbage. And then in here I have the bok choy, the Swiss chards. I'm trying to read, it's kind of hard. I have kale and turnips. And then this one is the celeriac. I have 10. And then everything else is flowers. I have the nasturtium. I have 10 of them. I have lavender zinnia, royal purple zinnia, and I have nigella, that's called Love in the Mist. I don't know how they're going to manage with the deer. We'll find out. And I only have 5 edamame, which I explain why I'm doing them, staggering them. So here it is. Seed trays are done. Front yard is a little bit cleaner. It's not great. I need to bring in more mulch. I need to reseed the lawn, plant stuff, do the borders. It's a work in progress. It's better than what it was last year. Every year I'm adding to it. So hopefully this year will be a good year for the front yard. It's already looking better. I just don't know if my plants that I planted in the fall made it through the winter. So that was the gardening video number 1 for 2024. I'm disappointed I wasn't able to do anything really much in the front, but you saw the wind and it started raining. It was really cold, uncomfortable. I was the only one out there. Ridiculous, okay, just ridiculous. But I got the seeds taken care of, and that's something that's been bothering me because I'm technically about 2 weeks late. But that's all right. It's gonna be okay. These are what's referred to as cool crops. In about 2 weeks, I'll start cucumbers, eggplant, and tomatoes. And then after that, we'll see. I still have to buy a few herbs. Herbs, I find that it's much easier to buy them at the store. Coriander comes back anyway. I have a few that I need to trim. It's work, all right? Listen, you've seen the videos from last year. It's not a big yard, but it keeps me busy and it keeps me active. And I wouldn't have it any other way. I do enjoy it, but not when it's this kind of weather, all right? Nobody enjoys that. It gives me a headache. So I'm gonna have a cup of tea and go about my day. Hope you enjoy. Those trays, very sturdy. I wish the light wasn't so high. It's about 2.5 inches from the seeds. We'll see how they manage, but so far pretty good. They were inexpensive. Again, I got them on Temu. It comes with a pack of 2. I think they were like $23 for 2. I'm probably gonna buy more, maybe like another set of 2. I gotta see how the seedlings do in a couple of days and weeks, because I don't think the 1 tray for tomatoes is going to be enough. But though, and I'm rambling, I know, for tomatoes, there's a lot of tomatoes I'm not going to redo this year. We really, really like the Atomic Fusion, that heirloom that I brought back from Ohio. So I'm probably going to focus on that and my regular San Marzano and cherry tomatoes this year. I don't think I'm going to do the Black Russian again, or at least not this year. I don't know. We'll see if I have the room. But there's some items I won't do again. Like I won't do the Korean cucumber, the big round one again. It was taking way too much room in the garden. I will do beans. I got to figure out where. Bush beans and long pole beans, and I'm going to try carrots. Oh, I'm doing potatoes this year. But that's going to go in one of the big containers. So I hope you're looking forward to gardening season. Things are going to start to move. All right? It's the 10th of March. in about 2 weeks, we're really gonna get into the groove of taking care of the garden, cleaning up, planting here, removing stuff, weeding there, cutting down, moving, plants. I got plants from the secret garden I want to move to the front yard, like that big grass that takes too much room, that's gonna go to the front. So much to do, so much to do. And one of my projects, DIY project for the month of March, is to start, not finish because I won't have the time, is to start the pet memorial for the secret garden. So I hope you're looking forward to that. I'm just doing a disappearing water fountain. All right, we'll see how that goes. Anyway, thumbs up if you like this video, if you're inspired, links down below if you want to get those trays, and that would be it. I'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching. Bye.